Hello everyone, today it's not gonna be an interview video, but I'm just gonna record myself playing in a historic kind of a tournament. I'm gonna play like one of the historic events. I don't want to play ladder because I think, first of all, for the purposes of the video, I think it's just better if I play that event. Secondly, I'm currently like top 300 and the season ends in 7 days, and I just want to make sure that, you know, I'm qualified for one of the qualifiers. The next qualifier is going to be historic, so, you know, I think blue-white is probably, I think it's a tier 1 deck right now, so, you know, if you're like wondering what to play, maybe this video will be useful for you. Before I go to the games, I would like to talk about the deck a little bit. So originally I copied like one of someone just posted blue-white deck on Twitter, and I copied it. I changed a couple of cards. Let's just talk about it. I'm playing one cage main deck. This might not be that great in like the event itself because, like, you know, people are trying a lot of different brews there. It's not really necessarily the top meta, but I think that if you want to play like maybe like the qualifier or something, cage is pretty good. It's really good against Junt and elves. A lot of elves actually recently, and it's like randomly, you know, even against like red green, you would not necessarily want to have it in your deck, but it still stops company, so it's like fine there. It's obviously good against the red black sacrifice deck and stuff like that. I just think that playing one is pretty good, especially like you see a lot of cards with like Surge, Behold, Narset and stuff. And you know, against the company deck, sometimes you like draw a bunch of rats, but you just end up losing anyway because you like rat them and they company, then they play questing beast and just like, you know, attack you back. So I think playing one cage is fine. I actually played two at some point, but I think one is fine. I'm playing 2 absorb, 2 Soid coming. I'm actually thinking about playing 3 Soid coming and 1 absorb. Like, I think Soid coming is slightly better than absorb, but I think I would rather draw like 1 and 1. Gaining the life is sometimes very important, so I think somewhere between like 2 and 2 and 3 and 1 is fine. I think Narset has diminishing returns because obviously you use it twice and then it stays in the play, so they can draw extra cards, but the second one you draw, it's only for like the double impulse. The static ability doesn't matter on the second one, so like, you know, putting the second one in your deck is like a little bit worse. I saw that a lot of people are not playing Dream Trawler, but I was actually very impressed with it. I was actually even considering playing maybe 2, but I think that's like probably too many. But I really like the one. I just like a really strong card. Some games you just go like counter into removal into Dream Trawler, and they just die. And if you like didn't have that option, you would have to like fight a longer fight. Maybe you wouldn't win that fight. I just think it adds a lot to your win percentage to play one of that. This like 1 Mind Stone, one the wins veto seems kinda odd, but you know, as I said with the cage, this deck sees a lot of cards, and I just like was missing the 1 veto. Sometimes even against like the company decks, you want to go like turn 5 Doomscar them and then veto their company and stuff like that. I just think playing 1 is fine. Also, you don't really have that many great options besides that, right? Like if you add another removal spell to your deck, then you have like too many removal spells. It's like bad against control. It makes your sideboarding awkward, so you just like really need to be careful about like having the right balance, and also like to make sure that, you know, against a control deck you don't have any bad cards after sideboard. The same goes for like aggro decks and stuff. So, you know, that explains why you want to play the 1 Mind Stone. Mind Stone also has diminishing returns, right? The second one you draw is lot worse, but the first one is kind of great. You know, you just play turn 2 and you can like ramp into these, but the second one isn't usually that useful, and it's just like a fine card against everything, but you board it out very often. As for the sideboard, I'm playing 1 reversal. I'm not sure about it, but like a lot of the decks play Thought. What's the card? 6 mana, like discard your hand. Even like the mono brown deck with like Karn, Golos and stuff plays that in their sideboard, and actually I find this to be really good against Sultai. First of all, they have that card, but they also have like the 4 mana search for 2 lands, and I had a game where I just reversal that you know, you put it back into their hand, you get 2 lands, and then you just like play the fairy, keep up absorb or something, you know, and it's great. You can also use it on their ultimatum, which is kind of crazy. So I was actually really happy with it. Borrow is for the mirror, dispute obviously against blue decks. I like to have a second Narset, you know, in the slower matchups. It's also good against like the Auras deck. One thing that like you might be not sure, you know, why I'm playing it is the Banishing Light. The reason why I'm playing Banishing Light, I'm actually not even sure whether I should be playing it or not, but I just like kind of had issues that I didn't have enough cards to board against like control decks, and the same went for aggro decks, and like Banishing Light was just like a nice card that you can board against pretty much anything. It's always fine. And also against, for example, like the Cruel deck, they have like Clotis and Chandra post board, so it's just like nice to have an additional answer. And it's also good against the like the band, what is it, like the Angel deck, because they have the 2/3 that makes all of your non-creature spells that cost 4 and more cost additional 2, and then it's like really hard to rat them. So it's just nice to have like a cheap removal spell. It also kills the free guy that is indestructible. You know, most people are playing a 4th Banish Baffling End over it, and obviously against the creature decks that would be better if they don't have a Planeswalker. But you can also board this in like the control mirrors, so I think this is better. Let's get into the games. Where is it? Traditional historic event. I actually went 5-0 in the previous one that I played, but obviously now I'm recording, and when you like have to talk about stuff, I usually tend to make a lot of stupid mistakes, but I'm gonna try my best. I made myself a strawberry banana milkshake, and it's great. Nice, we won a die roll. Well, our hand is obviously very good, so I'm gonna keep it. It happened to me multiple times that when I started playing with the deck, I you know, sometimes I just didn't realize that I don't have a planes in play, for example, and I just played a top lane, but I didn't want to. So I'm gonna try to avoid that mistake. It looks like we're playing against Sultai. Like it can be like a different deck as well. Like for example, I played against like a Mardi or Rion, but for the most part, it's just it's usually a Sultai deck. So our hand is really good against that, I think. He also mulliganed to 5. It seems like he does have an additional card with Yorion, I suppose, but ooh, seems like we're playing against Boy. I'm not sure whether I should be like cycling these cards. He could have a Search for Ascanta, I suppose. I think I'm just gonna pass. It's fine. I mean, I could foretell this, but if I do that and he plays like a Maze Mind Tomb or Search, I'm gonna feel stupid. And I kind of want to hit land. Oh, here it is. I feel so smart right now. What I was about to say is that I also want to hit land drops, so you know, it's not that bad to cycle these if he doesn't play anything. This card is insane in the control mirrors, by the way. You can just sit on these counters and do that. I don't have a second white yet though, but not sure whether I should like cycle this cast. What is this doing? Also, I guess he's playing like a he must have some creatures in his deck if he's playing this, right? I think I'm just gonna censor it. Honestly, if you're playing against like a deck with like very expensive cards like Sultai, you usually want to use censor when you have the opportunity. So, ooh. Well, now we at least have a way to win, so we just need to survive. He might get to 5, so I think we should be fine. Also, like, if he's playing this card, he's probably not playing like too many counter spells, right? I could just cast out the 1/1, I guess, and then this doesn't really do anything, but he can grab something from his board, which can be potentially annoying. I can also just exile this with the cast out. Don't like really care about that 1/1 that much. Unless he like, I don't know, plays Curious Obsession or something. My problem is that like this cast out is probably not gonna be that good. Guess he showed me this. Yeah, I'm just gonna absorb it, whatever. Not sure, not sure. I could cycle it to like try to hit land drops for this or this maybe. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. I don't know. Cast out is usually not that strong. Oh. Well, I'm kind of happy that I did that. I'm not gonna foretell the Zoid coming because, you know, if he plays a target for cast out, I would rather cast out it, I think. Maybe that's not even true. I also probably should have taken two here. Yeah, that was just stupid, but... Maybe should have cycled there to try to hit a land drop as well. But... Yeah, I definitely should have taken two here. I probably also should have cycled to be completely honest, but... I think this is fine. So let's see. The problem is that he might just easily have a counter spell. I would much rather play it on the turn that he has access to this, so he cannot track it on the turn. So I think I'm just gonna make a token of my own. Okay. So if I foretell, I cannot make 1/1. I think I'm just gonna pass here. Once he plays a land, I'm gonna play the Dream Trawler, I think. But until then, I think it's better to wait. Like, if he doesn't have an answer, he's screwed anyway. And if he does, you know, I would much rather do it on a turn where he wants to do that. Okay. Okay, now the shields are down, so I can just slam it. That's nice. I'm just gonna block, because why not? I can actually attack him back, you know. I'm gonna have a lifelink creature. Yeah, that's probably better. I also have more life than he does, so I'm just gonna attack him back. That's probably better. I wonder if he has like any rat effects in his decks. I mean, he showed us very weird cards, so anything is possible, but these two cards don't really seem to cooperate with Wrath of God, but, you know, we will see, I suppose. He might have like a cellular radius or something. Well, he does have Wrath. That's unfortunate. So I can foretell and still have this up, I suppose. I might very easily lose this game. Very easily. Would be nice to draw like a Field of Ruin maybe. What is he even playing? Like, I'm just so confused. Okay, so let's just attack first. See what he does. Like, if he uses it now, then I'm definitely gonna cycle on my turn, because if I draw a Teferi, you know, that's basically GG right there, so... It's pretty good as well. So question is whether we want to do it now so that it doesn't get countered, because that would be unfortunate. I wonder if he can like resolve anything like too bad. Probably not, and I can still hit a land. Obviously I would bottom a land, but if I like bottom a land and draw it anyway, then I can still do that. Okay. Shields are down. I guess he can have Teferi of his own. That would be unfortunate. He probably does play Teferi, right? Maybe my play was stupid. Oh. I was just worried that I passed and he counters my card. I don't know. But this worked out fine. Oath of Teferi, huh? What does it do? I know it blinks something, but you might activate your Planeswalker twice. Okay, well that doesn't do anything. Why would you play that card? So now, obviously shouldn't have played a land, but I don't think it matters. Ooh, that's also really good. And we can flip a Skanta next turn. Well, despite my poor performance, I think we're gonna be able to beat this, you know, 5 mana do nothing deck, so that's good. You know, that's what you get for playing in these events, but as I said, I think it's better for purposes of this video, and I think in 7 days, if I think I was like 222nd yesterday, or like 2 days ago, and now I'm 309, so if it goes by the same amount, I should be fine. It's possible that once you get to like lower numbers, it goes faster, but I will still have time to, like, you know, play 1 extra match if that happens, but I just don't want to risk that. Maybe I'm just a pussy to do that, but I know it's like, you know, I'm like a good player, so it shouldn't happen to me. But there is a chance that I just like lose 3 matches in a row, I get into percentage, and I just like don't get back or something. You know, and the downside is that I just played this instead of the ladder. Like I don't know. I think it's fine. So question is whether we want to keep some removal spells in our deck. He did show us the 3 mana enchantment that makes him 1/1, but probably he might also play like Shark Typhoon. Like this, just like against like a regular blue white, I would board in this because you can just like use it in a counter war, but it doesn't really work against his deck that much, I don't think. Maybe Baneslayer is fine, but he showed us the Elspeth Conquers that card. It's really bad against that. But might be better than Rat. I guess he is going to have like counter spells post board for sure, right? And this even works against like Dovin's Veto, I think. Yeah, it's probably fine. Oh, I need to add another card. Maybe this. This is fine at killing the 1/1 from the free drop. And you know, he's probably not gonna have like a big creature, so even against like a Shark Typhoon, it's better than Rat of God. So unfortunately, we have to mulligan. Obviously keeping this, not sure what to put away though. I don't like the cast of that much, but it cycles, which might be good if we don't draw lands. Probably just gonna put away this Soid coming. Dispute is better than it. I like the cycling cards, and Shark Typhoon is just like the best card in these kind of matchups, so. Like eating the 1/1 from the enchantment with this sounds pretty nice. Oh, that kind of sucks actually. It's obviously better post board because he probably boarded out the removal spells, but it's just like a 6-drop. So that doesn't really cooperate with my hand here. So I could play the tap line because I have a Dispute in my hand, but I would much rather use Censor against anything that I can use it on. And keep this for later. I think I'm just gonna do this. This also allows me to cycle this. Maybe I draw like an island, so this will come into play untapped anyway. I think it's fine to do it like this. Yeah. Why is he playing this? Am I missing something? Like maybe the ultimate does something? I don't know. Seems weird. Seems pretty weird. So should I cycle here in case I draw the cycling line that comes into play tapped? I think so. Oh, this is actually untapped, right? Yeah. So I just do this. Drew 2 pretty bad cards. I mean, this is probably gonna be fine eventually. This kinda stinks, but... Ooh. It's a proliferate card, huh? He has a brew there. He has a brew right... right over there. I'm like scared. Anytime I play against like a weird deck like the one that he's playing, I'm always scared. I'm thinking about cycling the Shark Typhoon just because I have the Castle Huntress. So, you know, if he doesn't do anything next turn, I can just do that. So this is like a nice turn to do this. It allows me to hit land drops and stuff. So I'm just gonna do that. By the way, most people are playing free white castles, but I'm playing free of the blue one. I just think it's better. I was like many times in the late game, I just like any big card would just immediately win me the game, and I just had like the 2 of the white ones that just made 1/1s that weren't that impactful. And you know, this would end up being better. I don't know, I just like this one more. I guess it also depends on the meta game. Ooh. I don't really care about that, I don't think. Right? Just a 2/2. So question is which land we play. If I play Fountain, I can scry. If I play the farmland, I can maybe play Dream Trawler if he taps out. Scrying actually isn't like that impactful here because like drawing lands is fine here. So I think, you know, the chance that he taps out and I can resolve Dream Trawler is more important. I'm gonna play the untap land because maybe I wanna both scry and use the dispute. And next turn I can go Trawler into dispute, which is pretty nice. I don't like to see that though. So I'm just gonna, maybe I don't care about that actually that much. Like the problem is that, you know, I'm gonna be able to resolve Trawler. And if he doesn't have Wrath, he's screwed anyway. But if he does, then he has this Tome in play, which is pretty annoying. It also can allow him to draw land. I think I'm just gonna veto it, whatever. Nice. Didn't even have anything, nice. So, well, the best possible scenario is that he plays something like Teferi into this dispute, of course. But, oh, nice. 1-0, not 1-0. I tried to play Gruul for a little bit because I was just losing to Gruul with blue white. It's like pretty tough. They have like a lot of haste creatures. They're really fast. They have like Lotus, Chandra, and company to like fight Wrath of Gods and stuff. I think now that I play like 3 Gusts and like 2 Authority of Consuls, and I like learn how to approach the matchup a little bit better. It's fine, but definitely not one of your best matchups. But after I tried Gruul, I like found that it has like other weaknesses, and I just went back to the good old blue white. I also just think that I'm playing it better, so maybe I should like keep this hand. You know, I have like 3 cycling cards. Obviously, I need to draw the blue source to be able to cycle Sensor. I also have a cheap removal spell in my hand. I just hate to mulligan, is the thing. So I will like see 3 cards. I will just like play the castle. That's 1 card. Draw another card, then cycle cast down. Not sure. I don't even like have a Wrath of God to like, you know, if he's playing aggro to get back into it is the problem. It is also plains, that would be a lot more tempting as well, because this way I cannot even go like Sensor turn 2 or this turn 2. I'm just gonna mulligan. Ooh, well, that sucks. Let's just get rid of this, I guess. Maybe I should have kept, like, I don't know. Is he just playing Mono Red or something? The only decision is whether we play the cage out. I think probably just playing the top lane might end up being more important if he's playing like an aggressive deck. This might just like not do anything against him at all. Even if they play a deck with like, you know, no use for the cage, you can sometimes play a big Shock Typhoon for 6 and then play a cage to make it 1-1. It actually happened to me once. So just keep in mind that if you're playing against a deck where cage doesn't do anything, it's just better to keep it in your hand. So oh crap, is he playing like Big Red or something? This history command decks are wild, pretty wild. Ooh, that's a good card. So I'm gonna do this for sure, so maybe I shouldn't even foretell it in case he plays like some crazy like 2 haste creatures or something. I mean, even if he does that, maybe I still want to do this into this, so maybe it's just better to foretell it. I just don't really think it matters that much. I just pass, whatever. It gives him less info this way, so you know, that's like a good tiebreaker, I think. Is he playing like, I don't know, the 4 mana, get 7 mana Ugins and stuff? Like, I just have no idea what's going on here. Obviously want the search that at least like does something. Ooh. I have a feeling that if I play a Teferi, I'm gonna lose it for sure. So maybe it's better to just play out Ascanta and like maybe go Teferi into this on one of the future turns. Like if I play this out, he's just gonna like Bone Crusher Giant it and then attack it or something. But maybe that's still fine, I don't know. He's gonna have 6 mana next turn, maybe like, you know, something scary is coming out, so that the fact that he has to attack it at least means that, you know, he didn't do anything else. I don't know. Let's just play Teferi. When in doubt, play Teferi. You can also just draw another Teferi and then I'm gonna feel stupid about not playing the first one. So okay. It's actually not a bad draw, I can just cycle it. Gets me closer to flipping search, maybe I draw something good, we'll see. Chandorino, huh? Yeah, I mean, that sucks. Yeah, I should have expected him to do that actually. Like, he's playing Big Red, obviously he's playing Chandra. Maybe I just should have waited on the third because of that. Regardless, like, I don't think that I was like winning this game. I had like all removal spells, Cage, and he was like drawing cards with this. So like, obviously I was screwed either way, I think, but it was probably a mistake. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna continue playing because, you know, maybe I will win. Also, I just wanna know more about his deck. Not really sure what to expect. He's probably playing like the 5 mana dragon that was just released, right? Udo Emblem. That must feel nice, you know. At the beginning, you're like, whatever, taking one, but it's just like, it gives you this, I cannot pronounce that word in English. Inevitability? Something like that. I think you know what I mean. Inevitability. The bigger one gotta be better than this one, right? That's why it costs more mana. So I'm not necessarily like sure, but when you're not sure, usually the cards that are more expensive tend to be more powerful. So Okay, so his deck is just like Mind Stone, Tomb, these. Okay, yeah. And like probably like Bone Crusher Giant. I'm not sure what else. He might still play like the Ugin and the 4-mana card that gives you mana. It's also like Ugin is also not bad with this and this, I guess. Land is exactly what we wanted. So, you know, maybe he plays like, I don't know, a dragon here, I just settle, then I flip this, and I hit a cast out for this. That would be the perfect scenario. Alright, step 1 accomplished. Okay. The problem is that, you know, if he gets the emblem, I'm just gonna die, so despite this working out pretty well, I still need to find an answer for the Chandra, so I can hit like one of the 3 remaining Teferis or the second cast out, I guess. Or maybe he will, like, you know, screw up and don't use the Chandra in the way where he's supposed to, but I'm highly doubting that's going to happen. And we still need to care about this, I guess. Forget about that. That's not that big of an issue as of now. Okay. Well, we didn't hit it. I can still hit it off Sensor, I guess. Or I can like take Shark Typhoon and hope that he doesn't do it. Maybe he will be scared about like Diesel or something, but no one plays that. So I'm just gonna take this and hope to hit it. Okay, still hanging in there. Barely, but he's probably gonna like Frostbite. Oh, that makes sense, yeah. All the red decks play that, so. Okay, well that's not that bad. It kinda shows weakness, right? Oh, never mind. So he can kill that. Oh, he didn't do that. He didn't do that, huh? So he shoots me down to 4 and I go to 3. I'm still kinda alive-ish. I'm not gonna fortal this because if he doesn't do anything, I can just use the castle, right? Yep. I kinda hope he plays something so that I have an extra turn potentially. Okay. Well, we need to hit here. Otherwise we die. I can still like play a cage and absorb it, but if I do that, my shields are down, so. Okay. He's drawing Chandra actually, I forgot about that. So that will shoot me as well. Yeah, I'm just dead. Well, despite our misfortune, we actually made, you know, sort of a game out of it. But I think post-board, it's gonna be pretty easy. Because we have a lot of good cards. Narset is probably also fine. Like, I know he's not drawing cards. I guess he can draw cards with like the Tome or Mind Stone. But he's like a slow deck. And you know, post-board when your deck is like, well, it's already like set up against their deck, just being able to impulse twice tends to be pretty good. Not sure if he's like gonna have any like cheap creatures that I wanna kill. He's definitely more likely to have them post-board. Like maybe he will board in like the 3-mana 2/2 that when it deals damage to you. Ping for 1. He's also probably gonna have like Bone Crusher Giants. Not a huge fan of Mind Stone. Settle is probably fine against dragons. Don't really need like too many rats, I don't think. Maybe something like this, I guess. All the other cards are better than the removal spells, I think. I sometimes got a Field of Ruin, but I already got a Mind Stone, and he plays the land that becomes a 4/3, so I think it's fine. All the other cards seems pretty good. I mean, I'm not sure about the Narset, but I am on the play as well. So I think it's fine. I will consider boarding out Narset on the draw, depending on what we see. Well, that sucks. No! So I would rather have the cycling land in my deck than this, right? Like maybe I will shuffle with Field of Ruin and then I like draw it later in the game. That's better than drawing this. And Veto is probably better than Slate Command because I can just counter their 2-drop. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go like this. Maybe I should have like take only 2 lands, but I just think that with Narset, all the lands are more important. Well, I'm counter anything that I can counter here. Didn't work out. If this was a regular game, maybe I wouldn't play it out because I can like get punished by something. But because I'm like into 5, I think I have to take my chances. Now obviously he's gonna have like Lightning Strike into the 2/2 and I'm just gonna die, but oh, well that worked out pretty well so far. You can still have, okay. Well that you know, that was fine though, that was fine. So now I can go search. Pretty far away from, you know, being able to flip it, but eventually it will happen. It's definitely a way how to win a game from like into 5, so oh shit. Yeah, he does have creatures. Maybe I just should have had more removal spells. Kinda should have expected him to play that. I even saw someone playing that on Twitter, actually. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. I was about to say that I kinda have to cast out it because otherwise he draws the additional card, but this allows me to cast it and then maybe veto something. Because, you know, if I cast out it, then he would like resolve something ugly. So that would suck, but... Oh shit! Well, I didn't know that that's how it works. I didn't know that that's how it works. Well, this card is actually pretty good. Yeah, now I'm just screwed. Now I'm just screwed. Oh my god. Well, that sucks. Turns out that he actually does have a lot of creatures, so... Okay. I think I would rather cast out this than this. If he hits like counter spells, this doesn't really do that much. Why did he play pre-combat? That's like super weird. So now he hits like the fairy, he can't play it, right? Oh, he just didn't have... Okay, I see. I'm sorry. Just didn't realize how many cards he had in hand. So I think that this doesn't work against Cast Out, right? I just kind of want to flip this search as soon as possible, so I'm just gonna graveyard it. But maybe that was a mistake. It's probably a mistake. Yeah, it's really bad. 2, 4. I don't know, I just felt like I need something more powerful. But Absorb would be pretty good here. Yeah, I'm just dead here. Yeah, I just didn't really know what to expect from that deck. Like, I think that if I play that matchup again, I would definitely board better. But it's kind of hard to know whether, you know, it's useful to have that information because you're like super unlikely to play against that kind of a deck in real life. That being said, you know, maybe you will, and it's like nice to play against it at least once, so like you know what's coming. I don't know. Now that he like play those cards, it's like kind of obvious that he like has them, but you know, if he didn't show it to me to them, like maybe I wouldn't realize. So like, I just should have more removal spells in my deck. I don't know. Not sure. But that 4 mana card is actually not that bad. I just like didn't realize that it triggers when you target it as well. It still doesn't 2-for-1 you when you kill it immediately, you know, because he just cannot play the card, but okay. Hopefully we play against some tier deck. Pretty good hand. I think by the way, I think that if I like specifically wanted to win here, I would probably play like a slightly different deck, that like a deck list that's like way more broader oriented. I would probably like play maybe less of these. I definitely wouldn't play the cage, but I just want to practice with the deck that I'm going to play in the tournament, so you know, that's why. I was about to say I have a turn 3 Narset resolved against like a Grixis control deck on the play, but I just miss, and now he's like gonna kill it. Yeah, that's just so stupid. I should probably use it now because maybe I draw a search for a Skanta. Nope. No such luck. I don't think I even like care about that. It does attack my Teferi, but he might play something like the 5 mana Nickel Boss or something, so I'm just gonna do that. By the way, I think for the most part it's usually better to like play these out when you can, because maybe I draw like a Field of Ruin or like the White Castle, and you know, I already want to have this in play. It might sometimes be awkward if they have like Field of Ruin, but I think for the most part it's better to play it. Oh, as I said, he does have the nickel. Now I feel smart. You know, I felt pretty dumb about the last match, but now I feel like a little bit smarter. It's obviously like it's obvious that he has that card in his deck, but I didn't play against Grixis for like forever. But so like just the fact that I was able to remember makes me feel a little bit better about myself. So I should probably scry first, because if I hit one of the 3 mana removal spells, that's gonna be great. So yeah, let's just do that. Ooh. Well, I definitely want that. Even though I cannot play it immediately, I still want it. So I'm gonna keep it. I just hope that he doesn't go like land another Nickel Boss or something like that. If that happens, I have to go like buffing on the rider and Teferi his boss. Okay, this is still acceptable-ish. So now I get to resolve another Teferi. I'm gonna play a land first because I want to be able to censor in case he has something. Not sure what that something would be, but draw. Ooh. How far away from that are we? I could like do this instead, but I think I'm gonna have like a lot of mana, so like that doesn't necessarily matter that I will play it next turn, and I just get additional scry from it. I can also potentially upkeep, like do both of these and flip it, I guess, if I want to. Also, if he kills the Teferi, then I can just upkeep, cycle this and flip it. Yeah, it's kind of obvious. Oh. Well, it looks like we're not flipping it anytime soon. Oh no! Yeah, maybe I just made a mistake. Maybe I just like didn't play Bolas into my second Teferi, and now I cannot deal with that. Well, that sucks. No! It just like seemed awful to not play the Teferi though, right? But I guess I already had the Behold. I was kind of meaning the grindy game. Maybe I just should have waited for me to draw a counter spell. I probably should have, actually. That sucks. Ooh. Can I actually flip it now? I can, maybe. Yep. Ooh, that's a good draw. So if I just play it for 6, can you do anything about that? I'm trying to think. They can play like a 2-mana Destroy target creature or instrument, but I don't think he's gonna play that main deck, right? Yeah, let's just do that. And go do this, I guess, to make a guy immediately. Yeah, but I think I made a mistake. I just thought that if he had the Bolas, you're just like playing a random historic event, so I just thought that if he has that, he would have played that instead of this. But maybe he was just smart, or he just like top decked it. But I definitely think, you know, with this in my hand, it was just better to wait there, for sure. Oh shit! I don't remember what this do. Each opponent exhausts 2 cards from their hand. Okay. Wow. So what does it do exactly? Release 7 damage to their opponent creature. Okay. So if I just foretell it, then maybe that's not that bad for me. We'll have to see. Wow. I actually play this in sideboard of my 4-color energy deck. Oh no. So I'm gonna try to hit a counter spell, I guess. Ooh. Okay. Maybe there's still hope. It's a slim one, but maybe it's still there. Wait, what? Oh, it gets abilities from the other ones? I didn't know that actually. I actually didn't know that. Yeah, that will probably do it. Yeah, I'm done here. Guys, I'm getting crushed even in the historic event. How bad I am. So let's see. He's just playing a Planeswalker deck, right? So all of these are good. Not sure about the board over, probably fine. He's playing like probably like a tap out deck, right? So he's not gonna have that many counters. He's more likely to have like discard spells, I guess. like the Toad Erasure or whatever it's called. Not sure whether he is gonna have any creatures. Maybe some, but Gust is fine against the bosses. Not really great besides that, but he might have also like the red, like Angrat's Rampant, or like sacrifice a Planeswalker for 2 or something. And he did show me the Shadow Skull Smashing. It's probably better than like a Baneslayer Angel just because it counters the Nickel boss, I guess. Yeah, let's just go with this. Okay, so we don't really have lands, so like I'm just thinking whether I should cycle this Sensor. I think so. Like his deck is obviously expensive, so like Sensor is pretty good against his deck, but I just think that hidden land drops is like more important here. I do have two other different counter spells already, so I think I would just rather have a land in my hand than a counter spell. Okay. So he could have like something for 2 mana, but I just think that, you know, the chance that he has something that I need to counter isn't like that big. And, you know, if I just don't use my mana and he doesn't do anything, that's pretty bad for me. So I think I'm just gonna do this. I don't even really care about like a discard spell that much. Well, Search is like a little bit annoying actually, but this is fine. They play like 1 and like maybe like a Tome, but Tome isn't even that good against Narset. I don't know, I think it was fine. Okay. Sensor is a lot worse when they know about it, that's for sure. Let's just get a Banishing Light that can deal with the Search down the line. So what does he have? Okay. Uki! I wonder if he plays the 4 mana Nicol boss as well. Is that even legal? It probably is, right? So I think I'm just gonna foretell this and pass with this up. If he plays something, I can just counter it and go to Fairy. If he doesn't, I can just do the Behold thing. Dotsies. Well, that's pretty annoying. I don't want to lose my Teferi. Let's just... Maybe I should saw it coming instead, but I'm just afraid that he goes, he like, I don't know, counters it back, or that, you know, he's gonna play some creature that I want to counter. Is that stupid? Yeah, let's just do this, I don't know. Not sure. Does he have an Narset of his own or something? No. Oh, okay. Well, now I get to go to 30 plus Soid coming, so that's nice. Ooh, I'm gonna back up to Fairy. That's pretty good. Pretty good! Even a flipped Ascanta doesn't usually beat Teferi. So as long as we have Teferi in play, which seems pretty likely with the second one and Soid coming up, we should be fine. Yeah, definitely countering that. Yeah, now I'm just gonna untap with like a lot of good cards, so I think I'm fine. I think I should be fine here. So I draw. I will want to do this, I think, but I think I'm just gonna do this first. Definitely keeping all the good cards. So I can go Mind Stone into Banishing Light and still keep up Ether Gust for any potential shenanigans. Maybe I should have this like here so that you can see my Teferi. I just realized that. Or here. Yeah, that's probably better. Sorry about that. I just realized that right now. I had it set up for the like interviews and I just didn't change it. So now we're getting to a point where he just cannot really win anymore. Cracking this Mind Stone is kind of free, but I don't really want to make a shark on my turn because that allows him to use mana to kill it. Yeah, I just draw. Okay, play outfield, why not? Pass. I don't get to untap 2 lines, but that's fine. That is more than fine. Like, I expect him to have something for this, but that's fine, you know. He's not gonna have infinite answers. It takes some of his mana, and I'm just gonna get him with the second one. So yeah. Do that. He has a fail push postboard, huh? Well, okay. I guess he needs to have some answers for these, or just didn't have enough cards to bring in. Either way, I'm happy about that. Ooh, well, that's pretty good. 2, 4. So I cannot play around Dispute anyway. Not that I was going to, necessarily. He's kind of likely to have something though, is the thing. Like, I'm kind of thinking about just making 1/1 here. I do have additional Teferi, so I'm not like that worried. I'm just afraid that if I play this, things can go wrong. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. I get to untap 2 of the lands, so I can still shark. This is fine. It's bad for him to use a removal spell on this. The next turn it goes up to 3, so I don't need to make that play again. Yeah, this is probably fine. Okay. I'm gonna do Gust first in case of Dispute and then draw after that. I probably should have just fielded to shuffle that, but too late. But I can do it now. No biggie. So I'm just gonna play this first in case of Dispute once again. I think I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, why not? At this point, I'm not really that worried about anything, but you know, it's just like cool to be able to actually like kind of kill a card with Field of Ruin. So I'm just gonna do that. So I'm just gonna do that. Oh, he has an answer. Nice. The game continues. Not really, but it actually kind of sucks because, you know, I already won this game. It's not really that fun for me to like continue playing it. But I think he will concede after this Shark Typhoon soon. Okay, well that should settle it. Okay, play a Typhoon or Reno. Okay. Okay, sometimes I make a play that's like not necessarily the best play, but it's the play that makes the most likely to concede, so. I think I like my setup here. Yeah. I really hope to not like go 1-2. That would be very embracing. If I go like 3-2, that's the like, you know, fine. But after how bad I played against the mono red deck, if I just go 1-2, man, not even on the ladder. I'm not even sure I can post that, huh? Well, I'm probably still gonna post it because why not? But I'm not really like used to talk, you know, while I'm playing. If you never done it, like the thing is that like if you're not like talking, you only focus about like the actual plays, but when you're all talking, you also have to like think about like what you're gonna say, and it just like takes some of the time that you used to think, so you just play worse as a result of that. But so I can either cycle this or do that. Pretty sure. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna cycle. I think I want to cycle this land, so by fortling this, I get only 1 mana extra, but this like costs 2, so I think it's better to do that. But you know, there might be a turn where having a 2 mana counter stuff would be nice, but I just think that overall that ends up being a little bit better. He probably doesn't have lands, right? You usually like don't play out these that early, but I don't think I want to make a 1/1 shark. Ooh. Okay. Let's just pass, I guess. Yeah. If he puts a counter on that, I don't really care. Don't really care that much. I know that if I like do that, I have to discard, but I think that's fine still. And if he counters it, that's like actually pretty good for me, I think. I want him to counter it. Okay. Not sure what to do here. Probably just making the shark. It's just like a nice turn to do that, I think. I might draw another shark. Also, I can draw something like Narset, Reverse Counter, or Dispute, which would be pretty nice. Don't think that like an extra power on this is gonna matter that much, but like drawing the extra card earlier might. As you see, I did draw a Narset, so that's good. He actually does have this on free, so I should be careful about that. I just noticed that. So let's foretell this. And pass, I guess. I could have like foretell again and then maybe like next turn go Teferi plus Soit coming, untap and have 2 extra lands up. But I just think that I'm better off feeling that. This might go kinda bad for me, we'll see. I guess if he counters, I can just Teferi it and still have this up. I need to draw a land though. Maybe I should have discarded the land. Oh shit. I didn't realize that. So what does it do? 7, draw 2 cards. Yeah, I have to kill it, right? Yeah, that was bad. I just should have discarded like the counter spell. I just didn't realize it. For some reason I thought that I untapped the lands, but I have to kill it. So that works pretty bad for me. Good thing is that even if he like has a bolas, I have the creature in play, so I can at least kill it, and then I have like a really good hand. So I'm probably like still ahead, but you know, if I had Lasoid coming up here, that would be insane, so... Oh shit. Oh dear. It's probably still gonna be fine. I'm gonna see a lot of cards, but... Okay, playing our set. I hope to hit like a cast out or something. There is no creature in the graveyard though, like this isn't even that good. I can still block it for 1 turn. Once it resolved, I probably should have like, oh, I guess I can hit a cast out or something. Yeah. So I can just untap first. I think I'm just still not gonna attack just to make sure. I guess that was just stupid. Do I even wanna kill that is the thing. Maybe it's better to chump it and like have all these counters up and then like kill it end of turn. But what if he has like 2 counter spells? It's pretty unlikely to have those though. I'm just worried that I go like cast out into counter, like he goes like negate, I counter that, and then he resolves Planeswalker. This isn't really that important, you can just jump, right? I should also like think about this. Guess if he does that, then I just cast out plus counter spell and untap with the fairy. Yeah, I just pass. Okay, so maybe I cast out first, because if he has a counter, then I want to counter back. That's actually stupid, right? So I definitely don't want to play cast out where I don't have a counter spell up. So maybe I should just kill that in response. That allows him to play additional one, maybe? No. Let's just do this. I definitely want to use cast when I can, because he doesn't have that many red cards. Okay, so he put both on top. I can just get rid of both now. So now I kill this. That worked out pretty well, I think. Draw. You always like want to use the draw first, because you have more information about what you get within our set. Okay, well that should basically settle it. I could just resolve that if I want to. It's not like the shark type, the scribe god is really doing that much, right? But that all being said, if I just cast out that I have like all these up, what is he gonna do, right? Probably better. Probably better. just counter it, whatever. I just got to a point where, you know, I cannot really lose anymore, so... Just feels nice to sit on the 6 mana Shark Typhoon. Most people usually tend to, like, you know, not... Oh, I don't have free blue. Do not cast it for 6, and you know, it's usually wrong to do that, but it's definitely a lot of fun to do that, so... So I need to win at least, you know, once more so that I don't have a negative result. That would be awkward. Well, I have the cage, which kind of sucks because, you know, most people just play some random decks. But obviously have to keep the hand. He's tanking. He's tanking. He is in the tank. He is in the tankerino. Mono black, huh? Well, maybe that will be useful against them, potentially. But depends on what version are they actually playing. I do play more islands, I think, which means that I should play this. Hopefully my Doomscar doesn't get Thoughtseized. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this. It's pretty straightforward. Good thing is that now it can't even get Thoughtseized or anything. Obviously I hope that he adds to the board. That would be great. But now I feel like reasonably safe. Reasonably safe about my chances here. Not sure if this is a good matchup. It's probably fine, right? But I did lose to the deck before. I even like lost the game where... Oh. So it's not the version with like scroungers and stuff. It just plays... I guess this version is more popular. Yeah. That sucks. That sucks indeed. Well, I obviously have to do this, but he still has a Sorin and he drew infinite cards, so, you know, obviously probably gonna lose. And he has Castle as well, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, like that's like the problem with control deck, that you just like build it to beat certain metagame, which doesn't really work out in these like open events where people are just like trying out stuff. So, playing out the Surge doesn't really accomplish that much, and I kind of want to hit land drops, but maybe I will need to counter something. Like if he only has like expensive cards, maybe I can like counter something and then resolve Teferi. But I guess he can still kill a Teferi with that. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I kinda need to hit land drops. I want the field because he has the castle. Maybe I should not show it to him. Oh, it's even top. Yeah, well, that makes it easy. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough fight. Narset is probably pretty good against this deck. They have like a bunch of discard and a bunch of draw cards. Yeah, okay. So I think I should kill the castle when I have the opportunity to, right? He's probably not gonna add more to the board, so he was just going to use that next turn. I'm just gonna take my chance to do that. So the question is whether we foretell or keep up veto. Veto only stops like discard spells here, and he would have played it if he had it. And the extra mana on foretell might actually end up mattering, I think. If I get Thoughtseize, I'm gonna feel so stupid. But I'm just gonna do it anyway. I'm kind of far behind in this game, so I should just take my chances, I think. Obviously, you know, if he plays Thoughtseize, I would be able to like veto it and then maybe flip search, that would be great, but... Are they playing like any other non-creature spells besides the Sorin and Thoughtseize? I don't think so. So even if I bounce this, I'm gonna die, so I need to hit a Cellular Wreckage, I guess. Nope. Yeah, this matchup seems pretty tough. They're like very resilient. I'm not sure how to board. Not even sure that Baneslayer is good. They have like Murderous Rider and maybe like Noxious Grass post board, but it's probably still good enough. Veto is fine against like Sorin and the discard spells, but I don't think I want too many of them. Sensor can counter the 5-drop, I guess, but it's kind of weak. I'm not a huge fan of like these counter spells. Maybe they're better than Veto anyway, especially on the play. So they can counter the 5-drop. Yeah, this seems fine, I guess. Okay, let's play first. Pretty good hand. Not sure whether I should like cycle this Sensor. I guess we will see on what he does. Like if he goes like a Thoughtseize on my search, obviously I'm gonna keep it. Oh, he might get to 5 wall. That's really good. That's really good. He might get to 4 wall. I'm definitely not going to cycle the Sensor. He's not gonna have enough lands, and this will just like 1-for-1 him, which is obviously good when he mulligans. I'm just gonna play the Search, I think. Maybe that's wrong. Can easily be wrong, but like if he goes like a land, 1 mana card, I don't know. I would feel kind of stupid to not play the Search out. Just nice to have it in play. Playing the Narset doesn't accomplish that much. I'm just gonna keep up the sensor here. It's possible I should have just, you know, go sensor into that, but anytime I don't play search on turn 2, I just always like regret it during the game. Sure. I'm not really under that big of a pressure. Any draw that interacts with this board is nice, and eventually I'm gonna be able to flip that. Should probably keep that. Super slow, but I'm just afraid to lose to his random creatures, and this can just like kill that. That's a card into graveyard. I think it's fine. Well, that worked out pretty badly for me, but I think I'm still gonna win this game pretty easily. Well, maybe not. Come on, something good. Oh. So now I get to see a lot of cards though. I'm gonna see 4 cards. Scry 2, scry here, draw a card. So, you know, worst case scenario, I'm just gonna play Trawler, but, you know, hopefully I get one of the rats. His hand might just be the Sorin and the 5 mana card. That would be unfortunate. Sure. Yeah, if he gets ratted, he's screwed anyway, so it makes sense to play with a creature. I don't think I want any of these. So do I die? 3, 5, 7, 8. So even if he has like a removal spell, I still don't die. And then it will be nice to have this, I suppose. Potentially. Let's just keep it. Wait, if he has a land and attacks with everything, I block this. So I go to 7, I gain 3, I go to 10, yeah, I still don't die, right? So I can just play it. It's nice that even if he has the removal spell, I at least get to put a card into my graveyard and flip this potentially. Come on, I don't want to go 2 and 2. Come on. So he's thinking whether he should attack with everything, I guess. Or maybe he's like a sword in hand and he's like thinking what to do. So if he attacks with these... Oh, okay. Well, I have to do that, right? So I go to 1, then I'm gonna be able to gain 5, so I just need like literally anything. That's pretty good, right? So if he activates this, I'm gonna draw an additional card with this. Oh, I can do it just for 1 and kill that, I guess. Yeah. Keep it. Draw. I can attack first and see what I draw. Okay. So make it 2/2. Don't like that. And I still have the field up. If he draws a removal spell for a shark, I die, but I don't think he plays that many. And next turn I get to flip the Surge and attack with this again, so I should be... I can still die to Sorin, I suppose. That would be unfortunate. Does he have it? Okay, so I think I killed a creature. You can draw a card now, but I think that's fine. He could have like floated a mana and used this. He probably should have done that, right? It would make it more likely that I kill him, but I still think it would be better to do that probably. I think... Should I do it immediately? Or should I wait to see what I draw there? I can draw like a Baneslayer Angel. I guess I have enough mana for it anyway. Yeah, let's just do that. This is 5, 6, 7. So if I get a casta, I go to 7. And I still die to Sorin again, I guess. If I get the Shark Typhoon, I can draw something like Buffling and then I don't die even to that. But I die to a Murderous Rider. But he already played one Murderous Rider. It's probably better to just get this. So I attack, see what I draw. I get 2 draws to... Ooh, well, that makes it easy. Well, I guess now I can actually die to discard spell. No, I still have this, right? Yeah, okay. I'm fine, okay. I almost lost to mulligan to... Was it 4? I almost lost to mulligan to 4. That's crazy, wow. Probably should have kept up that sensor on turn 2. It seems like he has like maybe 4 Tossies and 4 Duresis post board. So I should probably board out a land on a draw. But I don't want to board out Field of Brain. What would I even put in though? Maybe like the Mindstone or Dovin's Vino? Dovin's Vino is fine because they have to discard spells, Murderous Rider, and Sorin, right? Maybe it's even better than the Sensor. Sensor seems pretty awkward. The free mana counter spells also seem kinda bad on the draw. Sensor can at least cycle. Maybe Mindstone is fine because I can just put a big guy into play earlier. But it's kind of a weak card. Especially against deck with a bunch of counter spells. Discard spells, I just don't want to have like a weak card in my deck necessarily. But on a draw, just being faster might be good. Really when I have 4 Sensors on a draw. Maybe something like this. Let's try this out. Well, that's a lot of Wrath of Gods. Obviously, I have to keep. I'm just gonna lose to Sorin, but clearly have to keep this. I even drew the land. Well, that's nice. His deck is very grindy. I can like very easily lose like a castle or Sorin into the 4/4, but I cannot really mulligan a hand with 3 Wrath of Gods against like a black creature deck, right? Yeah, like it's possible that this should have just been like a Dovin's Veto. You know, maybe I would be able to hit that Sorin here. Well, if he had that, he would just slam it right in there, right? He might have like a Sorin without a 4/4 or something. Yeah. And his Absorb is probably just bad. Like all of his creatures are just like 1 mana or whatever. Maybe just having the veto would be more important. That being said, if I kept that veto, I wouldn't be able to Doomscar turn 3. So, but you know, just something to think about, I guess. So the question is whether we even want to do that. I guess we do have 2 additional Wrath of Gods. So, you know, what else my hand does rather than just like playing these Wrath of Gods, right? I should just do that. The Sorin actually isn't like that threatening. It doesn't really have like an ultimate. So, you know, it's only good with a 4/4. Ooh. Should I just kill that? I'm just worried that if I do that, he just plays another Sorin. I'm just gonna pass, I think. Well, I didn't want to see that. See that card. Duress. I don't really want him to see my hand, but if I absorb, it's like getting time walked, pretty much. I guess playing Absorb isn't that bad because that gains me life, which is kind of good against this. I don't really have an answer for that yet. And I don't really want him to see my hand. My hand is like very specific. I don't want him to see that. Come on, fill the brain. Yeah, I'm just gonna die to this. I think I need to cycle this and hope that something good happens. Well, now I have to cycle this. Jesus. Yeah, I even lost to this deck last time I played against it. This matchup is kind of rough. It's kind of rough. Maybe I'm just sideboarding wrongly or something. But it's just so hard to beat like Disruption, Planeswalkers, like card advantage with like the 4/4s and like these lands. It's just so tough. Maybe I should be playing free Field of Ruins as well. It's also possible. Can I survive anyway? Not really, right? Yeah. Alright, I went 2-2. Probably played really badly. But you know, regardless, if you liked the video, please click on the like and subscribe button, and you know, see you in a future video, I guess. Bye.